is Laisha. I graduated.
Hello, everybody. My name is Abel, and thank you very much to the speakers and the students. Affirmative action, integration, and fight for immigrant rights and equality by any means necessary, or BAM for short. Now, multiple cities are considering proposals to disband or defund their police departments. All of these gains have been involved, but by the tireless efforts of the thousands of people marching and fighting in the streets every day in every major city in America.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there is a danger in declaring victory too soon. In the last great civil rights movement, the immigrant rights movement of 2006, millions came out and shut down cities across the country to defend the lives. But after that gain, people left the streets, and we were told to trust the rising generation of so-called pro-immigrant politicians to continue the fight for us. What followed after was an all-time high period of mass deportation under President Obama, and then the brutality of family separations, attacks on DACA, and ICE raids under Donald Trump. This movement will face a similar choice. Do we stop our marching and trust the next generation of so-called pro-Black Lives Matter politicians, only to await their betrayal? Or do we follow the example of Minneapolis and Atlanta and march and fight and shut down business as usual until we win each and every one of our demands?
Yeah.
The stakes are too high. To return to this, we'll have one impressive gain. Collectively, we have been able to win a second-degree murder charge for Derek Chauvin, unfettered racist attacks on our black and brown communities. We learned that lesson in 2006. So please keep on coming out. We just learned this morning that the Supreme Court ruled against Donald Trump in his attack on DACA. And so now...
On June 1st, I listened to my supervisor literally walk. All of this for no reason. I was so offended, I went into the bathroom, called my father, and...
Do you guys mind if I use...
No peace! Hands up!
Don't shoot!
Hands up!
Don't shoot!
Hands up!
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Hands up! 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 Don't shoot!
Black Lives Matter!
Black Lives Matter! Whose lives matter? Black Lives Matter! We'll never be divided. The people united will never be divided. The people united will never be divided. The people united will never be divided.
United will never be divided.
United will never be divided.
No racist police, no
Justice, no peace.
no racist police,
No justice, no peace.
no racist police, no justice, no peace, no racist police, no justice,
No peace.
no racist
Police.
no
No peace.
Our streets!
Our streets.
Our streets!
Our streets.
Our streets!
Whole street.
Our streets!
Our street.
Our streets!
Whole street.
Our streets! Our streets!
Our street.
Our streets! Our streets!
Our street. This is what the people look like.
This is what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like.
Look at how many funding supposed to Trump? Come on. Just try to dilute the message. You guys. Out pocket.
How about you
We
listen
know-
to me, sir? I'll
we
listen to
know-
you guys. Black lives do matter.
It's Olivia Aburto, and first name Olivia, last name Aburto.
Just tell me your reason why you're here.
The reason why I'm here is to fight so that my students don't have to. As teachers, we don't have the choice to stay silent because there are black students in our classroom who are being affected by everything that's happening in America and what they have to deal with every day. It's our job to be their advocate and to stand up for them so that they don't have to continue to face these systemic oppression and racism that so many generations have had to deal with.
Okay. And you being here as a teacher, knowing that you have to obviously speak up for your students.
Yeah.
What message do you have for students, obviously, for the future?
For students, I would just say to believe in your voice is power. You have the power to change the system, even though sometimes it can feel easy to get jaded or to get bogged down by how much corruption there is. We really do have the power to change things when we mobilize and when we stand up together. So I just encourage all my students to stand in their power. Yeah.
In English, that's fine? Yeah, sure.
Tell me your first name.
Thanks so much. Thank you so much. My name is Abel Dela Cruz. That's ABELDELACRUZ.
Just tell me how happy it makes you feel that Dr. was here.
It makes me really incredibly happy because what the Supreme Court's decision means today is that 800,000 young immigrants are going to be protected from deportation all across the states. Personally, that means many of my family members and my friends will be protected from deportation. And what this also represents is a great victory for the movement that's been going on across the country in reaction to the murder of George Floyd and in defense of Black Lives Matter. What this really shows is that the Supreme Court is really responding to all the protests and the fighting in the streets, and it really just shows the power that we as people have when we keep on coming out and we keep on marching and we keep on demanding change in our country. And so I'm really happy to see the results of the DACA decision today, and I think we just need to keep on pushing and keep on being in the streets and fighting so that we can win even more gains for immigrants.